Hello everybody, welcome to a 30-minute banded strength and mobility session. My name is Sarah and I'm the health and fitness specialist in McLean, Virginia. So today what you're going to need for our strength focused session is we're going to need a circular resistance band, a loose resistance band, and a mat or an open space on the floor to be able to move around and do this with us. We are going to have some standing exercises and some exercises on the floor. So if you don't have a circular resistance band, what you can do is you can use a loose resistance band and just tie it in a slip knot, and it will come right apart and work just fine for you. Whoop. That was not intended. My tripod did not like us today. Okay. So, I think that work. Okay. So we're going to start with our warm-up of the day. So what that's going to be is we are going to start with some breathing cycles. So we're going to do 5 cycles here. We're going to take a nice big inhale. The arms are going to reach up over the head. And as we exhale, we're going to reach for the floor, opening up the hamstrings, the back, etc. Just using this time to ground ourselves and get prepared for our movements today. On the last exhale, just hang out here for a second. Let the head and the arms hang nice and heavy. For 3, 2, 1, slowly come back up. All right, so moving on, we're going to do some arm circles. So we're going to do both arms at the same time. What we're going to do is we're going to start really small, drawing small circles, and then we're going to gradually get nice and big until we have 10 large circles happening here. And then after 10, we're going to come the other way, start real big, and make our way to be really small to end on 10 forward mini circles. Awesome. All right, we're gonna make our way down to our mat real quick. Time to get our legs nice and warm. So we're gonna start in a downward dog. So you can either walk the hands out here and find your down dog, or you can start on the mat and see where you're at. But we're going to do some calf walks here, 10 nice and slow. Exercise we're going to do is a stretch with a little bit of a spine rotation. So we're going to do a pigeon stretch. So what that's going to be is we're going to come back up into this high plank. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to step it through to be in this figure 4-ish position with our leg extended in the back. And we're going to take our left hand and we're going to rotate up to the sky. And then we're just going to come back down, rotate again, And then we'll step back up, get that leg back through, and switch to our left side. So we're gonna get nice and relaxed here, hold the stretch for about 5 seconds, and then we'll get into our rotations. Woo, balance. And we have one more rotation here. And relax. Slowly come on out of there. And then we'll come up to standing to get started with our first circuit. So, first circuit, we're going to need our circular band. So, we're going to start with the band up around our knees. So we'll step into the band and have it about an inch above our kneecap here. So if my kneecap's sitting here, you want about an inch above in this nice meaty area before your thigh curve. Okay? So we're going to start off simple, and we're just going to warm up the adductors and the glutes here by working on a banded squat. So we're going to have the feet shoulder width apart here, toes are pointed forward, and we're going to send the knees over the second and third toes as we drop the hips back like we're reaching for a chair behind us. The main goal of this exercise is to not let the band pull the knees in at all. So we're really challenging our external rotators here in our hips, and we are holding out against this band to strengthen our external glutes and our external hip rotators in this exercise, okay? So shoulder width apart, soft bend in the knees to start, setting the knees over the second and third toes as we squat here and come back up, okay? We're going for 10 reps here, nice and slow. I will recommend holding for a pause at the bottom for about 1 to 2 seconds, and then slow on the way up. Okay, so we're gonna go for 10 in 3, 2, 1. Good. Sending the hips back, dropping till we're parallel with the ground. We got 3 more here. And last one here. And relax. Okay, the band is going to stay up above our knees here, and we're going to continue to work on our rotating muscles of our hip, okay? When we're working office jobs and we're sitting at a desk, we tend to have very limited motion in our hips. We don't tend to have a whole lot of mobility because we're sitting the same way every single day, okay? So this is going to help alleviate some back pain, open the hips up to be a little bit more mobile, and we'll go from there. Cool? Okay, so we're going to come into an athletic position. Feet are in line with our hips. Knees are slightly bent. We're going to take one leg at a time. We're going to pull out against the band and back in, okay? If you want, you can narrow the stance a little bit to increase the tension. So we're going to do 5, nice and slow. And then we'll switch legs. So now my left leg is moving. in line with our hips and our feet in line with our knees. Okay, so there's tension on the band here. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the tension on the band as we pull up to the butt and back down. Okay, we don't wanna let the feet fall in. We wanna keep them in line with the knees and press out against the band, okay? And then we're gonna curl up and down. Going for 10, nice and slow. Halfway right here. Nice and slow. We have our last one after this. And relax. All right, you can let the legs come back together, totally relax, and you can take a minute, get a sip of water, and prepare yourself for the second round of this circuit, okay? And then we're done with the legs after this round. Okay. So when you come back up, whenever you're ready, work the band back up to that nice meaty spot on the thighs here, about an inch over the kneecaps. Same place we had it before. All right. We'll get going here in about 20 seconds. Never thought I would say this, but I need to take my sweatshirt off. All right. Here we go. We're gonna get into our banded squats. All right, remember, feet are shoulder width apart, sending the knees over our second and third toes, keeping our weight in our heels, and we send our hips back like we're reaching for a chair behind us, okay? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Nice pause at the bottom and up. More here. Nice and slow. Pause. Up. And then nice and slow. Pause. Up. Awesome job, you guys. Let's take a 30-second break. Allow the muscles to relax before we get into our in and outs. Cool? So again, 5 in and outs on the right leg, 5 in and outs on the left, and then 5 together. Cool? Alrighty. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Nice athletic stance here. When I say athletic stance, soft bend in the knees. Mini squat happening here. In, out, in. Nice and slow. Last one. And moving on to the left. And let's do 5 together. Out, in, out, last one. And relax. Ooh, that was a burner. Alright, let's walk the band down to the ankles and get comfy on our stomachs. Again, knees are in line with the hips. Feet are in line with the knees with tension on the band here. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Tension, nice and slow. And nice and slow down. Going for 10 here. Don't let the band pull the feet in at all. Here's 6. Got 4 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Relax. Okay, so we're done with the legs. Thank goodness. Got the hardest one out of the way. So we can ditch the circle band here. Alright, luckily for us, the remainder of the second circuit is standing. So no more getting up and down, which is nice. So circuit 2 has an upper body focus. We're going to work on some postural control things and some fun nerve flossing, which will be so good, so great. All right. So we're going to need our loose resistance band for this one. Got to remember how to set this one up. So it comes around just like that. Okay. So you're basically going to wrap your band around yourself like you are putting on a scarf or wrapping a shawl around your shoulders. So we're going to go, it's going to come across the back, and then we're going to wrap it around the outside of our biceps, and then we're going to just hug the low back here. So see, it's all wrapped around our arms. If you want extra tension, you can go ahead and cross them, just to add for the dramatics here. So as you can see, the band tension is pulling my shoulders back. It's opening up my chest here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull out against the band and let it pull us back in. Okay? So we're going from here to here, here. Going for 10 of these, okay? This is going to focus on our scapula health or our shoulder blade health. So we're going to have nice tension, the low back here. We're going to go out, in, out, in. Again, take this nice and slow. Here. And relax. So we'll come on out of there. Let it relax and shake it out. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is an internal rotation exercise. So there's a couple ways that this can be done. You're going to want the, I don't really like that way. I might do it this way. It's much easier if you have an anchor point. Actually, scratch that entirely. We're still going to do our internal rotation, but we're just going to treat it like a stretch instead of an active range of motion exercise. So what we're going to do, we're going to drape the band behind our shoulder here. We're going to reach for it to the low back. And then we're going to use this top shoulder to pull lots of tension over the shoulder here. And we're going to use the resistance to increase this angle here and get a nice good stretch in our internal rotators of the shoulder. We're going to hold this for 20 seconds and then we'll switch arms. So our internal rotators are also very important when it comes to our shoulder health and our postural control. Let's go for 5 more seconds. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release the tension, and then we'll go ahead and switch. Again, drape over the right shoulder, hook on here, and then increase the resistance over the right shoulder here. So we're basically using a pulley system here to force our shoulder into a position where it optimally stretches our internal rotators. You might have some discomfort with this because what happens when we're constantly on our phones or our computers, we tend to roll forward in our shoulders, which means our external and internal rotation get a little bit messed up. So being in this position, opening up the chest might be slightly uncomfortable. So again, listen to your body. Go through the range of motion that it allows. Do not push to the point of pain. Just get a nice good stretch here. All right, go ahead and release the resistance. Let the arm come out from the back. Shake it out. And let's move on to our next exercise. So, following with the theme of postural control, something that tends to happen when we get in this rolled forward position is we tend to have difficulty with nerve endings. So what we're going to be doing now is called a nerve floss. So what I've done is I've tucked the band under my left foot so that it's coming out of the outside of my left foot. We're going to start with our thumb facing to our hip, and we're going to pull straight forward with our thumb facing down as if we're unsheathing a sword. Okay? So we're going to pull straight up to shoulder height, rotate the thumb up, and up we go. Okay? This is hurting my nails, so we're going to do this. So, again, up, body's facing forward, thumb to pocket, and unsheath the sword. Okay? If doing this with resistance is too much, feel free to just go through the motion without. And we'll do 5 on this arm. And we'll switch, set up to do 5 on our left arm. So thumb to pocket and up. Again, rotating point is about shoulder height. And last one on this arm. And then we're going to get into our second round of this. Take a sip of water. Hydration is key. Just because the temperature is getting colder does not mean your body stops needing as much water. Tip of the day. Ouch. Alright, got a nice good shake in, and we're going to go back in with our scapula lower part. So again, if you don't want the extra tension, then just leave it in your hand here. I like the extra tension, so I'm going to go ahead and cross. A little bit of an extra challenge here. So back. 3 more here. Got 2 more. And last one. And relax. Alright, come on out of there. And we're going to move into our internal rotations. So let's go ahead and drape over our left shoulder first, hitting our right shoulder. So let the right shoulder come and relax on the low back. And then increase the resistance. We're going to hang out here for 20 seconds. Halfway. In 3, 2, 1. Release the resistance and relax the shoulder. Alright, let's go ahead and drape over our right shoulder and hook our left arm up here. Increase the resistance. And we'll hang out here. Halfway. Three, 2, 1. Relax. Alright, let's shake that on out. And let's head into our swords. Now, if you experience any pain with this, any clicking, any kind of uncomfortable sensations here, feel free to stop and move on from this exercise. Again, we don't want to put ourselves in a position of pain. We're trying to help ourselves here, okay? So, thumb to pocket and up. Alright, we got last one here. And switch legs. Alright, thumb to pocket. And up. Rotate up. And rotate back. Last one here. more for good measure. And relax. Alright, you guys. Let's take a moment and get some nice stretching in. So if your shoulders are super tight, we'll start with a nice rhomboid stretch. So interlock the fingers, send them out away from the body, and drop the chin to the chest. 3, 2, 1. Relax, let the arms come up overhead. I like to cross my hands here. Get a nice upper back stretch in. Three, two, one. Relax. Just come on out here. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this banded strength and mobility session. Again, it might have been a little bit uncomfortable just because it was hitting some movements that aren't usually utilized in our day-to-day lives. But I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday, and I will see you again tomorrow for a workout of the day. Have a good Thursday, guys.